My dear students, this is your Dayakar Master. In the previous classes, we have discussed about the fundamentals of group theory, the group axioms, groupoid, monoid, semi-group, group, abelian group and all these things. These all are basic fundamentals which are required to learn about ring theory. Today, let us straight away go to the ring theory. First of all, the definition of a ring. What is a definition of a ring? Mathematics 5A lecture topic ring theory. Definition of a ring. An algebraic structure R plus dot is called a ring if the three axioms are satisfied. What are the three properties? First one, R plus, the algebraic structure R plus dot. Plus is binary operation, dot is another binary operation. This is an algebraic structure with two binary operations. If such algebraic structure satisfies 1, R plus is an abelian group. First rule it has to satisfy is, with respect to addition, R should be an abelian group. With respect to multiplication, it should be a semi-group. And further, rule 3 is distributive laws hold in R. Distributive laws hold in R. R plus abelian group or dot semi-group, distributive laws hold in R. Simply, the definition of ring is an algebraic structure satisfying these three axioms is said to be a ring. An algebraic structure R plus dot is called a ring if R plus is abelian, R dot is semi and distributive laws hold in R. If you go into details, what is R plus? R plus is abelian means we have already discussed about what the group axioms and what the abelian group, what the semi group and all these things. Let us see what is an abelian group. R should be an abelian group with respect to addition. R plus addition. With respect to addition, R plus should be an abelian group. What are the properties that are needed to become an abelian group? Closure law, associative law, existence of identity, existence of inverse element, and finally commutative law. All these are with respect to addition. So, closure law is for A comma B belongs to R, A plus B belongs to R. Associative law, for any A, B, C belongs to R, A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. And finally, existence of identity element. Existence of identity element. There should be generally the additive identity is 0. So, if 0 is the identity element, A plus 0 should be A or 0 plus A should be A. For all A belongs to R. That means additive identity should be there in R. And fourth one is existence of inverse element. For any A belongs to R, there should be minus A. A plus of minus A should be 0 or minus A plus A should be 0. For all A belongs to R, for every element there exists an inverse with respect to addition. And commutative law. For any A comma B belongs to R, for all A comma B belongs to R, A plus B is equal to B plus A. This is a commutative law. So, closure, associative, existence of identity, existence of inverse and commutative law. Only closure law, groupoid, these two semi-group, monoid, these four axioms, group, and finally fifth axiom commutative law, abelian group. R is an abelian group with respect to addition. That should be the first one, first condition. R plus is an abelian group. Addition, with respect to addition, it should follow all the five axioms. What about the second one? R dot is semi-group. Let us see R dot. R dot is semi-group. With respect to multiplication, R should be a semi-group. Semi-group means the algebra structure which satisfies closure law and associative law. Closure law. A comma B belongs to R implies A into B belongs to R. Associative law, for any ABC belongs to R, A into BC is equal to AB into C. Associative law. And let us for a while let us forget the remaining axioms. With respect to multiplication, it should be a semi-group. For semi-group, only two axioms are required, closure law and associative law. With respect to multiplication, R dot is a semi group, it should be a semi group, this is enough. And distributive laws, third condition, distributive laws. What are the distributive laws? Distributive laws are two types. Left LDL means left distributive law, RDL right distributive law. What is left distributive law and right distributive law? Very simple. A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. Similarly, A plus B into C, if the distribution is from right hand side, A plus B dot C is equal to A dot C plus B dot C. A plus B into C is equal to AC plus BC. A into B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. These two are distributive laws, left distributive law and right distributive law. If an algebra structure R plus dot satisfies with respect to addition abelian group, with respect to multiplication semi group and distributive laws, then we say that is a ring. Here straight away we should get a doubt. What about the remaining axioms in multiplication? In addition, there are 5 axioms: closure, associative, identity, inverse and commutative law. In multiplication also there exists existence of identity, existence of inverse and commutative law, but these 3 additional laws are not required for the R plus dot. For the algebra structure to become a group, to become a ring, these 3 axioms are not required. With respect to multiplication, closure and associative is enough. If these 3 laws also follows, then that algebra structure is said to be a field. That means R plus or F plus, we can say F plus dot algebra structure, F plus abelian to F dot abelian. F dot is also abelian. With respect to multiplication also, all the 5 axioms, if all the 5 axioms are satisfied, then F dot is abelian. And distributive laws, third one, distributive laws. If an algebra structure R plus dot satisfies 3 axioms, namely first one F plus is abelian group, F dot is also abelian group and distributive laws hold in F, then we say F plus dot is a field. So, if 5 axioms in addition, 5 axioms in multiplication and distributive laws are satisfied, then I have given a box like this, red, which is said to be a field. All these are field axioms. This is entire thing is field, whereas a ring satisfies only these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and multiplication 1, 2 and distributive laws. To become a ring, these 3 laws are not required. With respect to multiplication, only semi group is required. So, this is the difference between 3 axioms differentiate the ring and field. Let us step by step discuss about this. Up to here, R plus abelian, R dot semi, what this is with the distributive laws, this R plus dot is a ring. Up to here, this is a ring. If identity element with respect to multiplication exists, then what we say, this is a ring with a unity. Multiplicative identity is said to be unity element, additive identity is said to be 0 element. 0 element of the ring, this is 0 element of the ring and this is the unity element of the ring. For every time we need not say additive inverse, multiplicative, additive identity and multiplicative identity. In order to specify or clarify, they have named the additive identity as 0 element and multiplicative identity as unity element. So, if ring also satisfies this third one, ring plus this third axiom, second, third. In Roman 2, with respect to multiplication, if third is satisfied, then this is said to be ring with unity. Ring with unity. Unity means ring with unity element. If fourth one is satisfied, let us go for fifth one first. Ring plus second phi, that is a commutative ring. A ring with this commutative law. Commutative law means not this one. Additive commutative law. If additive commutative law satisfies, then only it becomes a ring. Commutative law with respect to multiplication. Ring plus this commutative law. Commutative law is second Roman fifth. Commutative law. Ring with this commutative law is said to be commutative ring. Ring with this multiplicative identity or unity element said to be ring with unity. What remains? The inverse axiom, we should not say ring with inverse. No. If for every non-zero element, if there exists an inverse in R, for every non-zero element, if there is, since it is a multiplication, we should use for every non-zero element. For every non-zero element, if there exists an inverse in R, then we say that ring is a field, a commutative ring with unity in which every non-zero element has inverse is said to be a field. So, what are the three axioms differentiate the ring and field are these three: multiplicative identity, multiplicative inverse, and commutative law with respect to multiplication. If three are also include, then that becomes a field. The entire thing is a field, whereas the content in the blue lines is ring. Okay. Then we can let us continue the ring and field definitions. So, up to here what we have discussed, a ring is an algebra structure R plus dot such that if R plus is an abelian group, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 means we have discussed closure law, associative existence of identity, existence of inverse and commutative law. Simply I mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The same way R dot, closure law and associative law. What about the third one? That is existence of identity, this is existence of inverse and commutative law. These all are with respect to multiplication, these all are with respect to addition. Distributive laws, left distributive law and right distributive law we have already written. So, in brief, simply we can say R plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, R dot 1, 2 and like this. So, this is a ring. With respect to addition, abelian group, with respect to multiplication, semi group and distributive laws. Up to here, this is a ring. What about the axiom, this one, multiplicative identity, identity element with respect to multiplication, which is said to be unity element. Ring plus an algebra structure R plus dot satisfying all these are ring. If it also satisfies A into E is equal to E into A is equal to A, like this. If such unity element exists in R, then we say ring R is with unity. If ring plus this identity element, multiplicative identity or ring or unity element, then we say that is a ring with unity. If the ring is with the commutative law, multiplication, commutative law with respect to multiplication, A dot B, A into B is equal to B into A, then we say the ring is a commutative ring. Ring plus this commutative law is commutative ring. Ring plus with this unity element, ring with unity. Ring with this inverse axiom in the sense, if every non-zero element is inversible, inversible means for every non-zero element there exists an inverse with respect to multiplication, every non-zero element is inversible, then that ring becomes a field. So, field can be defined in this way: a commutative ring with unity in which every non-zero element is inversible, a commutative ring. See here, ring plus commutative law, commutative ring with unity a commutative ring with unity, and fourth one is in which every non-zero element is inversible, is nothing but a field. If entire thing is a field like this, simply I made a structure here, field is simply f plus with respect to addition abelian, with respect to multiplication also abelian. 1 2 3 4 5 means closer associated existence of identity, existence of inverse and existence commutative law. These all are with respect to multiplication, and these 5 are with respect to, these are with respect to addition, these 5 are with respect to multiplication. Commutative law with respect to addition, this is commutative law with all. F plus is abelian and f dot is also abelian. An algebra structure f plus dot is a field if f plus is abelian, f dot is also abelian, and distributive laws hold in f, left distributive law and right distributive law hold in f. Then we say that algebra structure f plus dot is a field. So, the difference between ring and field are the three axioms: a ring with commutative law, a ring with unity in which every non-zero element is inversible, then that will become a field. So, a commutative ring with unity in which every non-zero element is inversible, then that is nothing but a field, right. So, let us in the next video we will go for examples of different rings. Afterwards, examples of commutative rings, examples of rings with unity, examples of rings in which every non-zero element is inversible. If all these things happen, that will become a field. Then we see the examples of fields, right. Okay. So, in order to differentiate between ring and field, I drawn these two. Up to here, this is a ring. If the three axioms added to ring like this, these three axioms are included, ring plus these three, that is a field. Okay. We can clearly discuss about the different examples, and you can get the clarity about commutative ring, ring with unity and all these things in the next classes. Let us meet in the next video. Thank you.